Hello everyone, welcome to Ambymarieknits. My name is Amber and I'm here to talk about my projects this week. Everything I've got so far is knitting. I've got some finished objects, some whips, and then some future knitting. And I have a giveaway winner as well. We're gonna draw for that. So first up, let's start on the finished objects. First up, we've got my grannies in a row socks. This is a pattern by Jen Yard, and look how awesome they are. So the yarn used on these is Pretty Twisted Yarns Be a Freaking Unicorn from last year's Super Secret Society of Self-Striping Sock Knitters. And then the yellow is just a neon that I dyed. Look how awesome the granny squares are. This is a fun pattern. Like being able to include both crochet and knitting in the same thing. Love making them. Going to be making another pair soon. These are a gift, but the recipient does not know who they are yet, and I do. But that's okay. But that's the first finished object we've got. The second finished object is my brioche mode shawl, and it's actually going to be a gift for somebody I work with. And I took it to work yesterday, and they weren't there. But then I left it at work and forgot I needed it to record. So I am going to insert a video, a photo, or something of it finished. I'm not sure what yet, but there will be something about this time frame showing it. It turned out awesome. It is huge. I survived the over 900 stitch I-cord bind off. I managed to even do it all in one day, so I was super excited about that. But very, very glad to have that one done. And that's all the finished objects, but we've got some whips going on. The first one is, since I finished the brioche mode, I brought back the bluegrass shawl. My goal is to finish this shawl this month. And I've got, I think about 25 repeats left, 28 repeats, something like that. Okay, last time y'all saw it, we were right here. And then I've only worked on it for a couple days, but the first day I got to here, from there to there. No, the second day I got from that little spot that you can't really see up to here, and then this morning I got just a couple rows done. While I was doing a zoom. It's tangled. Let's see how, it's pretty awesome. Like, I'm over the changing colors every 2 rows, but it's beautiful. It is so soft, so squishy, and I'm excited to have it. It's just, I've got to get through this last third of doing it. And once I get there, it'll be awesome. No idea exactly how the fringe goes. It's not going to stay like that. That's just to keep things more manageable while I'm working on it. So, goal is by the end of the month. That's what I want to do, is have this done by then. Next up, we have the summer sorrel. So this one is in a bag by Stitching Plaza. Yay, Lisa Frank. And I got quite a bit done on this. I about broke my brain on it though. Like, once you get through the yoke, you flip it inside out because it's reverse stockinette stitch, so that way you can still just knit it. And I could not wrap my mind around how to do that. I got it figured out eventually, had some help. But let me turn it right side out here. Okay. It's got some issues, but it's fine. So that's where we're at. Last time I recorded, I was right there. So, I mean, I got past the sleeve split and all of that. Faded in the second color. So the first one was Fangirl Fibers, one of a kind. Second one is this darker pink, which is Buxom Cat Knits. I am having a dilemma on the third color. Like, I originally picked this one, and it'd be okay. Like, it wouldn't be bad, but I'm not feeling it. Like, I feel like it needs to be more pink and just a darker pink. Problem is, that's too dark of a pink. Like, I love this color, but I feel like that's going to be too sharp and not fade enough. Thought about going orange, but that's two-tone down, where this has got more like neons in it. So I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do there. I am going to a fiber thing this weekend, tomorrow actually, and I may see if there's anything there that works. It's called Fiber University. It's about 45 minutes away from me, and I'm not going into the classes there, but I'm definitely going to go shopping. And if I can find something, I'm going to take this with me for like card knitting, because I don't have to drive, and take it with me and just maybe see if I can find something that fits better. If not, I will go with my original plan of this one. So that's that. Next up on whips is the Surprise Sock-a-lon by Stephen West. It is the contrast blast socks. If you do not want to see this and don't want to be spoiled, don't watch for a few. While I show them just real quick, because I'm kind of excited about them. So I had some problems figuring out the yarn. I picked out colors than what I thought I was going to use. It was self-striping, but it wasn't as big of a repeat as I thought. Like when I was winding it up, the stripes were maybe this long, and I just don't feel like that's going to give as much as a stripe as I was wanting it to. So still cool yarn, just not for this. So then I decided I was going to dye my own yarn, which I did, but it's not done yet. It's still got to dry, and I was starting them yesterday. So I did. The yarn I'm using is actually from a girl in her world. She no longer dyes, but I've still got a whole bunch of her stuff. So it's this dark blue and this kind of, I'm not going to say bright yellow, but it's still a very yellow. And, okay, now don't look. This is the right sock. And this is what it looks like. So this is clue 1 on this sock. I think it looks pretty awesome. And then on the other sock, I am reversing the colors. So we've got the main color and a contrast color. I'm flip-flopping them for the other sock. So I've gotten this far on the second. So pretty awesome. Like I'm very happy with this, and I think it's just kind of cool that he's doing a mystery for a sock, especially for anybody who's never done. Oh, by the way, this bag, Ginger Snap Fibers, it's one of her earlier bags, but I'm very happy to have snagged it. And it's after July 4th, so therefore we're in spooky season, right? So then I can go ahead and use my skull bag. Pretty awesome. But yeah, I really like the idea of having the, I don't know, maybe people can test the waters and decide how they feel about doing a mystery knit along with something like a sock. Which, you know, I'm not going to say it's not a lot of work, but it's not the commitment that a shawl is. So I think that's pretty cool. Next up on whips, I had finished some stuff, hadn't been able to start some stuff yet, and couldn't figure out what to make. So what do you do when you don't know what to work on? You bring out one of those scrappy blankets. So, hold on one second, I had to stop for a drink. So when you don't know what to work on, that's when the scrappy blankets come out. So this bag is one I made. The other side's different. It's pretty cool. Has my jelly roll in it. And I actually did a little bit on it. So we're going to bring this thing out. I'm doing this on size 2 needles, fingering weight. And I did, oh, to the right side. I did from this marker to here the other day during a Zoom. So not a lot, but I mean, quite frankly, more than I've worked on it for quite some time. And let's see if I can show, actually, we're going to do it this way to show the whole thing. Okay, so I've got 4 rows on there. I can get it up there. And this is where I'm at. So I finally did get it long enough to bind off here. So this one's going to come down, and this one's going to come down, and then I'm going to start another row. So we're getting there. And that's everything I've worked on this week and everything that I've finished. So that's it for the finished objects. Future cast-ons. So this weekend starts Knitty Natty's Sock Week, where you have, I think it's 8 days to knit 1 fingering weight adult sock. I'm going to first try for a pair of shorties. It is kind of Shark Week themed, so I made this. I boxed the bottom really weird, but it still is very functional. I even did red for the inside. It's just a nice little drawstring. So I like it. So to go in this shark theme bag is Pretty Twisted Yarns. She did a Shark Week yarn last year. It's called We're Gonna Need a Bigger Boat. And then it's got 2 minis, which I still need to wind. So I am probably gonna do heels, cuff and heels in red for one and blue for the other. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably gonna do the cuffs different for each of them and maybe the toes different. I don't know. We'll figure something out and probably just like mix match them or whatever. But I get to start these midnight Saturday night or midnight Sunday morning, depending on, it's really hard when you say midnight. Technically it's Sunday morning. I usually get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work on Sundays, so I will probably just start it before I go to work and then see what I can get done. So that is my future knitting on that one. Next up, hey, you know what? I have notes that I haven't even looked at. We should pay attention to these, huh? So that we did, okay, did that. Okay, so next up, I'm going to do the giveaway. So I haven't figured out how to do the comic pickers or anything. I had 13 comments on that last video, so I went old school, and guess what? We have a bucket full of things. So I'm going to get in here. I'm going to draw a name. I'm also going to put it up on the screen because my handwriting's terrible, so I don't know if we'll be able to read this. And let's see who the winner is. There we go. It is, there we go, and Mary Break. So if you could email me at ambymarieknits@gmail.com. I'll have it down below. Or if you're on Instagram, message me on Instagram and give me your address. You will get these 2 skeins of yarn. Unless you're international. If you're international, I'm going to give you a pattern, and then we'll do these next week. So just get a hold of me as soon as you can so you can get your prize. And I do want to thank everybody who subscribed and everybody who commented. I really, really do appreciate everybody who pays attention. With that being said, that's all I've got knitting-wise. Far as reading, I'm currently listening to Divine Misdemeanors by Laurel K. Hamilton. That's the Mary Gentry series. Pretty good one. I think it's like the last book. I just needed something to listen to, so I just got on Libby and picked an author I knew I liked and went with it. Watching, The Witcher 3 is out, season 3. I've got half of the first episode done, and I just have not been able to sit down and actually concentrate on it. I'm hoping to do that maybe later on this evening. We will see. As far as my garden goes, garden's going great. I just wish my tomatoes would start ripening. I have so many Roma tomatoes. There's probably 30, 40, even more on this plant. Like, it's having problems staying upright, but they're still all green. Have got a couple of cucumbers off the cucumber plant. It's doing really good. My zucchini, the leaves are huge on it, but like the couple of zucchinis on there, they're just not really growing that much. And then I found out that you can cut the leaves like underneath the zucchinis because that's kind of wasted nutrients. There's no point in them growing and when the zucchinis can get them. So I trimmed it up a little bit. I'm hoping it helps. But otherwise, everything is growing really good. So that's really all that matters there. And that's all I've got for this week. I'm going to try and take some video of the fiber thing I'm going to tomorrow for next week's. Haven't tried anything like that yet, so we'll see what happens. And of course, I'm going to put a video of the garden at the end of this. And I do want to thank everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please always comment what you're working on. I love to know what other projects are, because if nothing else, it helps me decide what I want to make next. But I do hope everybody has a great weekend, and thank you for watching.